The search for new software can be quite difficult. Websites full of content, praising great features, and sales managers who explain to you why their product is solving all of your problems. That's all well and good, but sometimes you want to get your hands on the product yourself to see how it works and how well you can manage it. No problem, Fulfillment Tools got you covered. My name is Andreas Runschke, and I'm a solution consultant at Fulfillment Tools. Today, let's have a look at the free trial version of our OMS product. We want you to be informed, to make the best possible decision for the product that best fits your personal needs. Because of that, we offer a free trial version of Fulfillment Tools on our website. You have decided to use the service and want to get started? Awesome! So come join me on this quick introduction into the Fulfillment Tools trial version. So let's get started. And the best place to do that is your email inbox. I've already opened here my Outlook for you. And as you can see, after filling out the form on the website to get access to a trial tenant, you get these response immediately. This also already contains a little bit links to our blog or the documentation that you obviously can dig a little bit in before getting the second and much more interesting mail, which we are just opening now. This mail you will receive the moment we are finished with preparation of your trial tenant. So we sent you this email, and at this point you can log into the system. You will get various information with them in this email. So there's a lot of tech in here, but right now we're just interested in this part here in the beginning. So just to log into the Backoffice, which is like the control UI for the whole tool. So you get a link here, how you can reach that. I'm just clicking to open, and then we see this here. We have now a login mask where we can use a username and a password, and those two information we conveniently find here. So let's take those and enter them here. Also the password, and enter this here. So then we log in with this information, and now you see a screen. Don't care too much for this right now. I will explain the difference between the facility view and the network view in just a second. Let's just start with the network view, so you get the full overview of the whole system. So you see the system starts up. You're logged in now in the Backoffice. Like I said, it's a control instance of the whole tool that you can use to manage all data and processes that are running through your Fulfillment Tools system. So first of all, you get a little bit of an overview with a map where you see all the locations you have entered into the tool. And also you see that there are already some pick jobs open that need some attention. And you also get a little bit of an overview about the settings that are currently active. So you see there are already facilities, there are already pick jobs. So this system comes with demo data to give you a better impression of how this system would look like if there is data in it, and not give you the pain to enter all this data in the beginning. So you can right away start to try that out. So for navigation, it's I think a quite common navigation, but let me give you a brief introduction. We always have here the headline in the top area, where you can always switch between these two views, the network view and the facility view. Let me explain very quickly what that does. The network view is basically a view over your whole network. Every location, every country, everything that's going on in your whole network. So it's a kind of eagle eye view on all of that. The facility view is going into one of your facilities. So one of your locations, and looking what's going on in there. So if you are basically an administrator or a manager that is overlooking the whole network, this would be more useful for you. If you are maybe the manager of one of those facilities, maybe you want to have the view narrowed down to your specific facility. But you can switch between those two views all the time. And of course you have a language picker here, so you can choose So you see the list here. You can choose between all of those languages. They come with the default version. If there's any language you need that is not part of that list, just contact us. Let's talk about that and see how we can make that happen. Then you have on the left side the menu. And this is basically like in every other tool as well. You can switch between the main functions and data windows in our fulfillment tool software. So we have orders, we have the inventory management in here, we have the facility overview, we have user management, we have the DOMS configuration, which is separated from the settings because that is more internal and specialized settings or configuration space. And then we have some general settings that you can also do here. So if you need to go to any place to view some data or to change something, this menu is the place to look for it. And then of course the biggest part is the big screen here in the middle, which is just showing the data that you just have selected, or you are in the mask that you have chosen through the menu. So that's the general overview about how is this built. And also I want to give you a little kickstart into the tool to see how is this actually working. So what kind of data is important? How is it saved? Where is it saved? Where I can maybe manipulate that? And how is this all built on each other? So we will not go into detail. There are other videos on the YouTube channel that you can definitely look at, especially in terms of inventory management or the distributed order management system, to get a more detailed look into that specific areas. Today, the goal is that you get an overview and know, okay, where can I find what situation or what data and what can I do there roughly. So let's start from the bottom. Let's go into the facilities. So first of all, if you want to use it as an OMS system, you need to enter the facilities or the locations, how you want to call it, that should be in your system. So these are the, like I said, prepared demo data that we have for you. So we have a completely random store set here, all located in Germany, but of course you can add another facility here as well, and then you can add them in any country and zip code that you like. Also, every one of those list views will have a search and a filter area here. So you can always, for example, here search for, no, I misspelled. So for one of those towns, for example, Hagen, and then it will filter that very, very quickly. So if you have a lot of data, a lot of stores, you can pinpoint the store you search for directly. And let's have a very, very quick look. Let's take this store here to see what data is in there. Of course, there's an address. You see what facility type there, a store, warehouse, or an external. You see this is quite important. The service type. Am I able to pick up items here? Is it a location that can ship items to my customers? And of course, the status, like online, offline. And then there is a lot of more information here. I will just click through that very quickly to saw that, to enter the fulfillment times, the closing times of the store, what's the average fulfillment duration, and so on and so on. We won't go into details, as I said before, but these are all information that you can enter here manually, or also typically these are already somewhere in your architecture are already available, maybe the ERP system, maybe some store management system. So we would synchronize those with fulfillment tools. So now we know where we have locations that could provide items to our customers. Next important thing then would be, let's go into the facility view and look into one of those facilities. We just take the first one, doesn't matter. And so we here have a special view that is unique to the facility view because it wouldn't work in the network overview. Therefore, we have a different view there. But I think it's important for you to understand how this is working, because what you see here now is basically the items. This is your stock. These are the items that are provided at this facility, this special store in Düsseldorf. So we see we have a perfume here, we have chocolate, we have some juice and all of that. And we also see the amount of items that we have in store here. So there are additional information. You see an image. These are already demo data that we have prepared for you, so you can play around with that. Typically, this would be linked to your product information management system or also the ERP system, and would synchronize the available stock for the items automatically. In this case, you can just play around with that. So now we know where do we have items that we can provide to our customers. We know exactly what kind of items and how much of them we have. Now we can look at one of the most important part for our OMS system, of course. So we switch back to the network view and go to the orders. So also there is demo data prepared for you as well. So there are already orders in here that you could use, also pick later on if you want. So let's open up one of those, and you see that there was an order by Ava Banner, and there was the ordering of this soaps, stuff like that. We have a tea cup here or something like that, shoes. So this is an order. You see all of those are open. So if you want to connect the picking app as well with this solution here, then you could try them in the picking app. You could pick all these items so you get a better feeling on how this would work inside the store with your clerks, for example. And also you can see there are different ones. So we have shipping orders, but we also have pickup orders. So you can test all of them. And as said before, as well here, we have a search and of course a lot of filters to make it easy for you to browse through all these orders, especially later on if you have maybe thousands or millions of orders running through that system. That you can pinpoint a specific order very quickly. So you could, for example, say here, I only want to see the orders of Perez, and then you see all these orders from Olivia Perez. Also, you could go to a specific region and say, let me see all orders that are coming out of Düsseldorf, and now you see there are different ones here. So just a very brief introduction. Like I said, if you need something more deeper, contact us or also visit our YouTube channel so you see a little bit more about that. Let us finish the whole thing with a little bit of an introduction into the settings area that you could do. So for example, I think it's quite self-explanatory. You have the users, you can create new users, and so you can also create a new account and hand those over to a colleague of yours maybe that should participate in this test. You can create him an account yourself. You don't need us for that. Just click here, create user, enter the information and hand him over the login data. Quite easy. And also a very important part, and here I will recommend to you to go to the YouTube channel and look into the distributed order management system videos, because of course that is a kind of the heart of the whole system. This is the rules that are set up for the distribution of incoming orders. So they will figure out what is the best facility to fulfill this single order that the customer sent in from. So this is a little bit more complex. For a short introduction, you should go deeper into further videos, for example. But very important is especially this area for the routing rules, where you can see what kind of rules are active, what kind of fences, what kind of ratings. Like I said, you need to go deeper into that to understand exactly what is the difference. But basically, these are the rules that will be applied on each order to figure out what facility is the best facility to fulfill this customer from. And then we have at the end some general settings. So you can add carriers here, you can add a mobile device here. That might be quite interesting. You can also download the Fulfillment Tools apps. There's also links in the email that you get. And if you have downloaded, for example, an Android device and you start them up the first time, they will ask you to connect them to a system. So basically they need a system to connect to. This is the way you do that. You just scan this QR code here in this area, and your local app will be connected to this Fulfillment Tools instance. And then you can pick all the orders that you saw before. So also try that out if you want to do that. That's it for our short introduction into the Fulfillment Tools trial version. I hope this information helps you to find a good start for your personal test. There are many more information available about Fulfillment Tools that didn't fit into this video. Just visit our YouTube channel, where you will find many more videos about more specific topics and features of our OMS, like the distributed order management system or the inventory management. Of course, your personal contact person inside Fulfillment Tools is also always available to you. You remember? Yes, that is the person from the invitation email to the trial version. I wish you success with your test, and maybe soon we will see each other in person to discuss the value of Fulfillment Tools regarding to your challenges. Until then, I wish you a very good day.